Welcome to the second half of the course, starting with week 5A. Just wanted to give you a rundown on what's going on this week, at least for week 5A. And so let me share my screen. So here's the schedule, week 5A. So it's going to start looking at Romans and 1st and 2nd Corinthians, those books. And then for the discussion question, read 1 Corinthians 7, 1 to 2. What does he write concerning sexual relations? Do you agree with his teaching? Explain. So what do you think about that will be the question. And there should be a second question. There should be a second option most likely. But let's get through the rest of this real quick. The reading will be Encountering the New Testament, chapters 18 to 19, pages 256 to pages 279. And then the reading in the New Testament is Romans and 1st and 2nd Corinthians. And then the reading quiz 9 is an assignment, and obviously the discussion board as well, which we'll look at in a second. You want to begin looking at map 2, and then lecture quiz 4 on lectures 17 through 21 by guest lecturer Phil Wood will be due as well. So that's what's the broad overview of what's going on this week. If you, as you can see there, and then let's share here. So the two options are option 1, read 1 Corinthians 7, 1 to 2. What does Paul, as inspired by the Spirit, write concerning sexual relations? Do you agree with his teaching? Explain. Compare with Matthew 5, 27 to 28. And 1 Corinthians 6, 18 through 20. And then option 2 is how would you define immorality from a biblical view versus today's culture and worldview? So what do you think would be the difference between the biblical worldview and the the view of today's culture and the world around us? So those are the two options there. That's due Wednesday, July 2nd at 11:59. So that's when that is due. And then we have the reading guide, and then the reading quiz opens Monday, June 30th. So when you'll be seeing this, um, will most likely be Monday, June 30th. It'll have opened at midnight and then closes Sunday, July 6th at 11:59. The grade to pass is 6 out of 10, 2 attempts, time limit 4 minutes, and grading method is first attempt. So that's how it's set up. And then so that's the first, so that's the reading quiz. So that's all the parameters there. And then you have the lecture notes and the lectures. And then you have map to the key sites. So you can download Paul's World, the key sites. You can click on that and download that. And then the second map you can click on and download. You can do Word or PDF. You can print out and fill in and then scan back. So you can do similar to what we already did. Um, the assignment isn't due this week, but it's important to take a look and make sure you know what's going on. So, so you can read this, and if you have any questions, let me know. But you'll submit the map on the due date in week 7A. 7A. That's for map 2. So that's about all I have. If you have any further questions, let me know. But that's week 5A. So thanks very much.